We're going on a boat tour. Oh my god, this is so funny. I feel like I'm in a banana jungle.
Cheers.
Cheers! From bananas to wine. Boat tan.
Look at that water.
I honestly can't believe the colour of this water. Good morning from our beautiful balcony here at Alinea Suites in Limassol, Cyprus. I can't believe this is our second full day now, and today we're actually doing something so exciting. We are going on a boat tour with EOS Tours. I'm super excited because it is one of the things that you should really see if you come to Cyprus. You can do this tour from Paphos, you can do this tour from Limassol, but we've had to get out quite early. It's literally 7 o'clock in the morning. I am very tired and it is still so hot outside. I don't think I'm ever going to stop complaining about this, but we're getting picked up at 7:15. I need to drink my coffee, have a quick snack and get myself ready. Hello!
Thank you. Out of one car and jumping into a coach. It's actually really good. You go to a few stops on the coach, I think, before jumping on the boat to the Blue Lagoon. So we get boat trips and land tour all in one.
The first one is the sea caves. These are crazy. You can see them better on the boat, but they are literally caves in the sea. I don't know how better to explain it. You're like on limestone cliffs. It is a protected area. They have actually built some villas quite close to the protected area, but yeah, this is kind of cool. I did not expect to see this. I didn't even know they existed. So to see these like huge limestone cliffs with like sunken caves in it is pretty cool.
It's actually a pretty cool first stop. You wouldn't be able to access them. Apparently you can't go too near the edge because it is a limestone cliff, and I think they said it's known as seals meeting spot. So I don't know, sometimes you can see seals here. It's a protected area.
I said it was so protected that they had villas built right next door.
So protected that they built villas. It's a cool first stop. Like I said, I didn't realise we're going to have extra stops on the coach before actually doing the boat trip, which is really nice. And behind, we're going to run to there because we only have like 5-10 minutes. They've actually got a banana plantation. I didn't know that Cyprus produced bananas. They export them to Greece.
Oh my god, this is so funny. I feel like I'm in a banana jungle.
They're small bananas. Apparently, yeah. Cyprus has small bananas.
Yeah, apparently they can't grow. They can't grow the big bananas, but I can't believe we're literally in a banana plantation. There's none ready yet.
No, they're not quite. They're not ripe.
They're a bit limp.
Limp, small bananas in Cyprus. This is crazy. It really is. You come to like the middle of the banana jungle. Whoa, I really didn't.
We'd be in a banana plantation.
I didn't expect this. I was expecting a boat tour, but they throw so much more here on this tour. I just wish I could eat these bananas. Not a euphemism again.
Because it will ruin your palate.
Cheers.
Cheers. From bananas to wine. We are at the Camatarena winery. You can see behind me just the absolute vineyards of grapes going everywhere. It's crazy. And we have a Commanderia.
Apparently the most traditional wine in Cyprus. It's drunk a lot at Christmas, so we thought we'd go for the most traditional first.
And it's like the holy wine. It's the communion wine as well. And you know what? It's aged for 15 years and it smells so strong. I haven't had breakfast, so is drinking a really old wine probably the best idea?
Probably not the best idea.
Probably not.
You know us.
Oh, so nice. It's not even strong. Really sweet. It's almost like a liqueur.
So Commanderia, this is crazy, right? Whenever we go somewhere, I always do a little bit of research. I always look up like crazy facts. So I typed online top 10 like crazy facts in Cyprus, just so I know a couple of facts, so I seem clever. And it turns out one that I screenshot, I scrolled back through a few days, is about Commanderia. So this is the oldest wine in the world. It dates back to 2000 BC. It's in the Guinness World Records as the oldest wine ever. So
and we didn't even know.
You could pretty much say Cyprus is the birthplace of wine, perhaps. Oh, that's good, isn't it? It's
really
sweet. It's really sweet. They have a whole range of wines, but because there's 2 tour buses here now, there's like a huge queue. Everyone's trying to run up, get as much free wine as they can. I'd go for this one being the most
famous.
Most famous, yeah, it's the most famous. And if you go in there and queue up for ages, it just, you know, you don't want to fight over a wine, do you? Okay, I lied. I went back in for the fight for wine and ended up with their aged brandy liqueur. I don't know why I'm doing this. I have literally not had lunch. I think lunch could be next stop actually. So I'm going to down this and hopefully go to lunch if I make it. Oh, that's good. That's not too strong. I was expecting that, you know, one of them faces, but that is it goes down really easily, even if you haven't eaten today.
What a spot for lunch. After about a 15-minute drive, we've made it to Suli, which is a gorgeous panoramic restaurant on like a tiny little beach down there. It's almost like a little cove, isn't it, on a small
different,
peninsula.
isn't it? I expected you to have lunch on the boat. Take the bus in the morning.
You take the bus in the morning, and then you have lunch, and then you go on your tour. We're totally used to it to every round, but as you can see, it's so busy. It's obviously the place to be.
Cheers.
Cheers.
More wine. I don't know if it's too early still for wine. I suppose we've gone past 12 o'clock now, but we've actually got a starter here. We've got some tzatziki and we've got a Greek Cypriot salad, I think it's right. But what's the name of this beach was in? Lachi Beach. It's actually a lovely beach. I think it's actually where we're going to get the boat from just down there after lunch. Lovely. Thank you.
We actually now have our main, along with loads of other sides. Like, this is so much food.
Chips,
pasta, couscous. The salad, yeah, and now we have a vegetable moussaka. I've actually never tried moussaka before, so it's like a lasagna, right?
Similar.
It has the same sort of texture, bases.
Very Mediterranean.
Loads of veggies in there. Really, really creamy. And so nice. That was actually really lovely. It's not included in your ticket price for the tour, however it's €15 per person, so you get 4 starters, which is a hell of a lot of food, a main and 2 jugs of wine, and then you get to come and check out this sort of private beach. Like, look at how blue this water is, and imagine we haven't even got to the actual Blue Lagoon. Cyprus has loads of different types of beaches as well. Like, this is a very pebbly beach. The one that we went to yesterday in the city was a dark sand beach in Limassol, and this is like a brownie sand and pebble. I just can't wait to get to the Blue Lagoon. I wonder if we're going to go in. We do have 15 minutes. We have time for a dip.
Clear. This is what I was expecting from Cyprus. We went to the beach in Limassol yesterday, I think because it was a city beach.
I actually just mentioned that.
It's not as glassy, the sand's not so fine. I suppose it's just, this is more of an untouched beach. You have got a few restaurants.
It's a pebble beach.
It's a pebble beach as well. I think the one in Limassol was more of like a dark sand beach, so they didn't get that crystal clear water, but you finally got it here.
Boat time.
Look at that water behind me. We have made it to the Blue Lagoon. We couldn't film too much coming here because it is so windy today on the boat. Everything was flying everywhere. The camera nearly flew in the sea and it was really busy. There's like 50+ people on our huge boat. We actually have a glass bottom boat. We have a huge bit on top as well. We'll show you around in a bit, but look, just look at this. It is the bluest water I have ever seen in Europe. It's definitely named right being the Blue Lagoon. It feels like I'm back in Southeast Asia.
I honestly can't believe the colour of this water. Like you said, it feels like being back in Asia.
Europe.
No, and it is so turquoise, it's so clear, and actually you can see the sand underneath the sea. It is white.
It's perfect. Our boat is huge.
We're on like a super yacht.
We literally have a super yacht, but we need to get. I need to get in here.
We have to get in.
It is the bluest Blue Lagoon. Everywhere has a Blue Lagoon,
but this really is a Blue Lagoon.
Cheers before we jump in.
Cheers. How perfect is this?
We've got a bar, sort of a glass bottom, and a lot of wind.
Oh God, I'm desperate for this. You know what? I can't deal with the heat out here. I'm not moaning.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Bit drunk. Oh. And I'm in. Oh my god. It's really salty. It is so salty in here. You almost float. Oh my god, I've got so much water up my nose. But just look at that colour of this water. We are sort of, we're surrounded, we can't burn. Tourists are back, and it's a good thing. You would think by now that Molly could swim from all this travelling. Life jacket.
No, I do not. I'm not wearing the life jacket. I'm using it as a floaty.
And now using me as a floaty.
I think I'm actually quite smart having a life jacket because I can save all of my energy for drinking beer on the boat.
Molly and all the under 10s that have their life jacket.
Yeah,
it's literally crystal clear water. You can see where you're swimming. It is the morning after the day before. We were absolutely knackered after the tour yesterday. We came back and we actually headed straight out for food. We wanted to get it done nice and early. Went to this place in the heart of Old Town called Agora. It's like a street food market, vendor place, indoor, which is really cool. And we actually had Cypriot street food. You can't not. Would highly recommend it. Cheap, affordable food. There's like 10 or 15 different vendors, but the day, what a day. It wasn't what I expected. I expected just a boat tour, but the morning before we headed around the island on the coach, heading some cool places, the wineries, some cool little spots, the banana plantation. Who knew that Cyprus makes and exports bananas? That's pretty cool. And of course the main tour itself, heading to the Blue Lagoon. I think I was a little bit naive when I was there, saying, oh, it's the bluest water I've seen in Europe, but I think you don't appreciate what you have close to you. You always want to go far afield, so to Asia, South America, Caribbean, to find these beautiful oceans, but Europe and the Mediterranean, it really has it. And if you don't rent a car, do a tour. You're not going to see places on this island if you don't do a tour. We headed sort of like the Western Peninsula, and the beaches there are beautiful, and the Blue Lagoon itself, you can only get there by boat or by 4x4. Molly on a 4x4, no one wants to see that in this heat, but EOS Tours, highly recommend them. Had everything you needed: food, tours, villages, blue water, the lot. But we're actually checking out this morning. We are leaving Limassol and heading to a brand new area, but before we head to that brand new area, we have something very exciting to do in the mountains of Cyprus. We'll see you in the next one.